how it works.
It's not. I was in Vegas and it was so hot. My legs was hurting so much. Look, I think one day I did 16,000 steps.
Bro, you closed all your rings. Listen, Gavin closed all his rings every day he was in Vegas. Look, I said, this nigga ain't working out.
Look, for those who not know, I don't believe in working out. I don't believe in sweating. I'm the guy who at the court with long sleeves on.
That don't make no sense.
It never make any sense. Shit is crazy. What's up, man? How you been?
Go ahead, say it. How you been? How you're doing mentally?
How you doing? Everything good? You and your man's good?
I don't have a man.
So when is that going to change? Because I believe this podcast has to be about growth. It has to be about us becoming better people. So when is that going to change? What? You got a man.
I don't know when that's going to change. I think that has to be a consensus between me and whoever that man is going to be.
I want to say I saw you post something about being single and not having kids. I was like, oh, she talking about me.
I was not, but that post was life.
Yeah, life is interesting because we do get to these moments where it's like people start looking at you a certain way. If you're not accomplishing certain things or if you're not doing certain things. And then with you being a woman, it comes harder and quicker. Sorry, I got to fix something on camera. People probably like, what is going on?
Y'all, speaking of, so
what?
If y'all going to watch the video, y'all going to see this face.
If you don't point it out, people won't know.
They going to know because I see it in the camera.
Did this thing break already?
Y'all going to see this space that Gavin has not fixed. And it bothers me so bad.
You know who's going to bother?
And you know who else it bothers?
Karina. She's going to be hot.
And we talked about this on Tuesday about how you need to fix this.
Yeah, I'm not fixing it. I don't have time. Because I don't, it's a space behind me. So for those who I know, welcome to the new pod space. This is your first time seeing this. Oh, shoot. Because remember last time we did the video, I just didn't post it.
Yeah.
I think I was going out of town. The colors were super ugly, and I was not.
Couldn't get the angles right.
And this might not even be the angle, but I want to welcome everybody to the new pod space. It's called No More Pie Studios. We just made it up, so if Key changes it next week, then she just changes it. We got SZA in here, we got Kobe in here, we got some Hornets players in here. It's great. I'm glad we're here.
Another light.
Like what more kind of light?
Over there.
Oh. Well, hopefully I'm getting a new camera, and we're going to zoom in so you won't even see all that. But then we'll have like a room thing and you won't be able to. I got something in plan.
Sorry, we got off topic.
Absolutely.
Technical stuff.
So for those who not know, I'm doing well. Happily back from Vegas. Hand claps to me.
No hand claps to you. We should shoot you.
What's wrong? Shout out to our friend on Instagram who said he liked the gunshots.
Gavin has went to Vegas 100 times.
I love Vegas.
Like 100 gazillion times.
I love it.
And he is not tired of it yet.
No, I already told when I got back, I got in a Uber. I got in the car with Karina and I go, yo, I'm ready to go back. Like, I wish you were there so we could have stayed out there longer. I don't know. You know what it is? I'm in the Uber driving around for Vegas. Let me tell y'all something. Vegas is wide the hell open. It's open. It's open. Only thing that was different was they didn't have people passing out like little escort cars on the strip. That's changed.
Wait.
They do that. That's a thing out there. They hand them out like club flies.
I can't.
Like coupons. And they are coupons. That's the other crazy part. That wasn't happening. However, but we got there. Going back. Like, I had so much fun. It's open. The casinos is open. The pool parties are open. It's no mask. Only people that were wearing masks was some of the dealers at the tables. Everything is just back open, and the Ubers are expensive. It was costing me like $25 to get from one side of the strip to the other because it's just too hot, too far to walk. Like, a 25-minute walk, which if it's 70 degrees outside might not be that bad. If you got on tennis shoes, you're just literally going down one street and you play your music, you can make it there. It's too hot when it's the chilliest day we were there was like 99. The hottest day was 106.
The fact that you said 99 is chilly is beyond me.
Yeah. It was 9 o'clock. We was going to dinner one day and it was still 100 degrees outside. It was disgusting.
You didn't get your drinks while you was gambling.
Absolutely not. So Key because I saw Key on Tuesday. And I was like, yo, what really had me hot was I was gambling, spending.
He was upset.
I lost a lot of money. I didn't win nothing actually, and the servers were not coming up to me fast enough. But shout out to Teek, shout out to Miss Peaches if y'all seen her on the podcast plenty of times.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my little sister. But we was out there for Teek's birthday and
happy birthday to True. Sorry.
And happy birthday to True. Hand claps for all those people. We just gonna miss the hand claps right now. But thank you. But even out there, it was fun. It was hot. Everything is, I got an Uber. I think this is what I was trying to say. And this lady said, I was telling her how many times I've been to Vegas. And she said, you know what you like? And I said, what's up? And she said, you love the energy of this place. And I said,
might be it.
You might be onto something.
Yeah.
She was like, you like the energy here. She was like, no matter what you're into, you can find it here. And I was like, all right. So if I'm subscribing to this, right? Which brings me to a funny story. We're in this elevator. We go to this nice restaurant that's on the 107th floor. It's high. It's in a Space Needle, basically. It's higher than the Eiffel Tower. It's high. We are all the way up there. And we get on the elevator. And one of the people in our party, I won't say their name, goes, hey, we have a elevator attendant. And they go, do you know where we can get some Coke from? And the guy goes, yeah, but it's downstairs the street over. And everybody in the elevator, this was a running joke the whole time. Because you hear about people in Vegas being high out of their mind. So we were making this running joke. And bro had the straightest face on. He was like, yeah, it's downstairs. A street over. And that joke kept happening. And everybody we told the joke to said, yes, we know where you can get some from in Vegas.
Wow.
And so then I was thinking, I'm like, well, if you in the art, I took pictures in the art district. You got that. If you want to gamble, you can do that. You want to get drunk, you can do that. You want to go to the club, any type of club. DJ Pauly D was at my hotel while at the Crownwell Future was performing. Same time.
Y'all go see Future?
Nope. Them tickets was $75. I was down for it, but the rest, I was down for it.
That's not bad.
It's not. But here's the problem about Vegas is when these people come out, they come out to perform at 2 a.m. They get there at 2 and go on at like 3. Back home, that's 6 o'clock. We sleep.
Yeah, Gavin definitely sleep. Probably the first one sleep.
Yeah, the first time, Saturday night, I was out late.
No, I'm not saying the weekend. I'm saying in general.
In general, yeah. This weekend, Saturday, I was out to 4:30 in the morning.
Doing what?
Looking at all these Instagram girls on in the lobby. Let me tell y'all something. The IG chicks that we see, the ones. Let me give y'all the IG chick. Let me give you the ideal IG chick. Platinum blonde hair, extensions, of course, mid back, or the braids. The braids is hot right now. Dudes really like the braids. Like
what braids?
Like the straight back cornrows. Like dudes like them.
Feed ins.
Whatever.
That's what they call.
I don't feed nothing. Dudes like that, or we like the platinum, blonde wigs. You know what I'm saying? Great makeup. Definitely the over the top lashes, the ones that look like little spiders. We like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about since we talking about like a pink lip. You know what I'm saying? Like a little wingtip. You know what I'm saying? You feel where I'm going with this?
No.
We talking like a 36 double D. Yeah. Oh yeah, shorty got to be like 5'6". I'm a 5'9" guy myself. You know what I'm saying? But most dudes, they looking at the 5'4" to 5'6" like that. Did I talk about the brush yet? Okay.
You did.
So you want that. And just skin gotta look like a donut.
What does that mean?
Gotta be glossed up.
What you mean it gotta look like a donut?
You ever been
mean
to
a Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, we need that.
Dunkin' don't look like that.
Dunkin', we don't want the Dunkins. We want the crispy.
This man just called these girls donuts.
We want and then we want the dino toes. Dino toes is with the white toenails. Want the dino toes.
Why do you call them dino toes?
Because girls don't know when they wear them, like they wear these little slides and stuff. Their feet look like little dinosaur toes.
He's so you're disrespectful.
Just telling you what we want. So I'm in my lobby, and I think I tap Teak, and I go, yo, all the Instagram girls in here. Like the ones you see that you like, you know, me and you've had this conversation when we go to our Explorer page. They're there. That picture I posted is from our Explorer page. They're all, and I don't know why, because I look up photography stuff, and I don't even think Key gets on there to look up anything. And it's nothing but.
Don't be telling the people. I'll be up there.
Okay. But anyway, the IG baddies be on there. And so I'm looking at it. I'm like, golly, it's they here.
But it's also based on your followers and who they follow and interact with too.
Oh, we got the baddies on our page. Hand claps for us. But there. So Key has a question.
So since you love Vegas so much.
Love it. I'm going back.
What is a place you will absolutely not go? Absolutely never, ever, ever visit.
Like I have no desire to go there?
Yeah.
Denver, Colorado.
I've seen a lot of people go to Colorado lately.
Yeah, I have no desire to go there. It's one.
What is there? Like I want to. What is the hype now? Because I think my cousin went there, and somebody else.
Brittany up there living.
From my old job wanted to go there too, and I'm just like, what is there?
I think people just like the mountains. You just free out there, then plus you can get high as you want. I would never go to Denver. I wouldn't go to Denver, and that's probably it. Nowhere in the Midwest. Like if I could skip from anything between Vegas to Tennessee straight down, I could skip all that. Besides, I want to go to Texas one day. But other than everything in the middle right there, Midwest, I ain't going to St. Louis. They killing.
Yeah, I'm not going to Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota.
Nope.
Idaho.
Anything for you? I mean, I know you naming off places.
Yeah, those places. But internationally,
oh yeah,
I sounded real slow. Internationally, I don't know if I want to go to Russia.
Oh nah, they mess with our election.
I don't know if they like black people.
Probably not.
But I looked it up one time because something with my job. So I looked it up randomly. And this girl wrote a black lady wrote a blog about going there. And she said, well, it wasn't that bad. She said everybody was nice. They treated me well, things of that nature. But I don't know. Something about it still is like, ooh, might not come back.
Putin over there.
Who?
Putin.
I thought you said somebody was Putin.
Nah, nobody ain't Putin. Internationally, only place I don't think I ever want to go is I don't know. I don't think it's no like continent or country I don't really want to like mess with.
You shouldn't go to Africa.
We'll get there. I'm definitely going there, but I just gotta go to the right spot.
You just need security.
Before we get there, I do want to welcome everybody to the podcast. It's still gonna be a lot of new people tapping into this podcast. I'm hoping that y'all gotta stick with us. You know what I'm saying? We like to do some things around here. Hold on.
Tap in.
What?
Now, I always talk about Vegas and New York, but I will still visit those places, but they're just not like my top tier. And Gavin and Brittany are always like, you guys need to go. You never been before. And I'm just like, I'll give it a try, but it ain't like I want to go there so bad.
You need to. I'm telling Key, I'm like, I think you would really, really, really love New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people from down here, we love when we go to New York just because it's so busy and we're not used to it being that busy. But it's almost like it's not even overwhelming because people are not paying you no mind.
Yeah.
Vegas, you just gotta like to be out. If you like to be out on the town, Vegas is for you. Hold on, let's get this podcast started.
Which is surprising that you like it because you don't even like to be out.
Yeah, and I love how hot it is.
You just complaining about the heat.
Hold on.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
I want to welcome everybody to the dance floor. Come to the dance floor right now.
All my life, been grinding all my life.
I used to hate when the DJ used to be like, all ladies free right now. Before 10, we in the DJ booth right now.
Grinding all my life. I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I die alone, I told that bitch she probably right.
That's so rude.
One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's
right.
full of Franklins and a shoulder full of stripes.
I'm just
Don't know a nigga like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself.
R.P. Nipsey Hussle, we miss you, brother. Look,
Getting that for sure.
Nipsey is one of those guys, like when he left, I felt like something went wrong. Like when I say went wrong, we lost Nipsey. A few months later, we lost Kobe. A month later, we got COVID. And then everybody started dropping like flies. It's just been a lot, man. It's really, 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 really.
He was just one of those people where it's like you just felt the positive energy from him. Like I literally watched one interview of his and I was like, oh, this is my guy. Like, and this was before I listened to any of his music or anything. I was like, oh, he it.
Absolutely. All right, let's turn this up one more time. Now, this song is definitely intentional on purpose. And if y'all ever notice when I do play songs, it's for the words that's coming. Unless it's the end. That's when I get nasty.
Nasty.
My wife, I'll see you later.
Okay.
This is my time. This is my hour. This is my pain. This is my name. This is my power. If it's my rain, then it's my shower. This pole position, I made a lane.
Come on.
Those boys, block bleeders.
I want to welcome everybody to the Paid Exposure Podcast. I am your host, Gavin, aka Coke, aka whatever you want to call me. I want to welcome you because I understand there's a lot of y'all who are here that is new. Because we got a lot going on. We got a walk this weekend. We're gonna dive into that. A couple of articles have been written about the podcast. I want to thank everybody for that, whether it's Charlotte Observer, whether it's We Are the People of Charlotte, or People of Charlotte, excuse me, whether it's Charlotte 5, whether it is Shout Out Atlanta, which is coming soon. Oops, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Or wherever it's coming from. I want to thank y'all. For the people who have reached out just to talk to us, I'm grateful. Oh yeah, talk to me. But I'm grateful for that. For people that helped out, whether it's my wife, whether it's my family, whether it is my host.
That's me.
That is key. I want to thank them because this is for us, literally. I'm literally trying to get us through a door that I think if I keep pushing, we're going to have something pop off. Anyway, before we do all of that, let's go ahead and do these drops. Lord knows I forget.
You was about to too.
Welcome to the
I'm good for forgetting.
Podcast.
Let's get it.
A podcast.
Let's get it. You sound like a lame.
Photographers
I did. I didn't want to do it like that.
Business.
You did sound like a lame.
Hosted by Key,
AKA Key No.
and Charlotte photographer.
You just shoot me?
Unscripted. We keep it real. Let's get it.
Wrap it up.
What? Shut up.
Wait, so I can't pay an exposure?
No, bitch. What?
Ooh, wrap it up.
So for those who not know, if y'all see us do anything crazy off air, it's because we have how old are you? We have an 8-year-old in the room.
And he whispered.
And he gonna whisper like we can't hear him. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody. This is episode 84.
Yeah.
Hand claps for Key not knowing, so we hoping that y'all tell us. Anyway, before we get started, I know why most people are here. We do have some important news. Dun, 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 dun. Why don't we have a news button?
That was random.
I don't know. So I can do the dun, 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 dun. The photo walk is this Sunday. I am not gonna lie. When I was in Vegas, I was scared. I saw the rain. I was like, here we go.
Oh yeah, the whole time you was in Vegas, it was raining here.
I heard.
Day.
And I heard it was supposed to continue. And then God said,
He didn't do that.
Oh. So anyway, the walk is this Sunday at 5:00 from 5 to 7. It will be at 1831 North Tryon Street. However, please DM us if you don't see us there. If you see us walking and you want to find us, I know last time we were supposed to have more people show up, but we were walking and they couldn't find us, and I felt bad for the people that traveled far to be there. So if you don't, please DM us. Kia have her phone; she'll get them. I'm putting Kia on DM duty.
I see.
Kia got new nails. Oh shoot, that's how you know they got a new man when they start getting new nail patterns.
Oh
and stuff,
my gosh, here he goes.
She done never got her nails done unless it's important.
It's funny because it's true.
Exactly. So I do want to invite everybody, if you can show up, please. If you want to support, let's say you just say, hey, Gavin, I'm not going to be able to be there, but I am signing up as a supporter. How can I give? How can I give back to y'all and help this podcast? You can go on our website, paidexposurepodcast.com. There's a tab for support. You can support as little as $1 a month.
Donations.
Come on.
Donations.
We want them.
Donations.
We want them.
Donations.
Hold on. We got to let them get it.
Donation.
Come on.
Donation.
Come on.
Donation.
What we want, Umar?
Gifts.
Listen.
Gifts.
Come on.
Gifts.
Come.
More
gifts.
Gifts.
The funniest video. We got. I'm gonna talk about Dr. Umar later.
Oh my god.
But anyway, we would love for you to help out. You know what? I was just talking to Corey before we got here, and I was telling him, I was like, it's important for people to show support. And I'm not saying this because of me. I'm saying this because it's me, but also, but for everybody, to be completely fair. When you try to knock on certain doors that don't give Black creators freely these type of opportunities, we kind of need people to support, to share it, to say, hey, I'm here for it. Because what ends up happening is these places do not like, they don't, they try to stop celebrating, or they try to stop. They're not as accessible to say, hey, we're going to help you guys out. We want to share your news, because what ends up happening is if they don't see the number of clicks, the number of views, the number of likes that they need, then, it's a hit or miss. So if you see anything for any of your friends, any of your entrepreneur friends, any of your brothers or sisters, whoever it may be, please give a like, leave a comment, even if it's like, this is dope.
Yeah.
Some of y'all just need a copy and paste. Just hit the first emoji that you see when you hit your keyboard.
No, don't do that. It might be a shit face.
That's cool. It's all right. Hayden's heard worse. I think we cursed much more around him at Fridays last time, or Applebee's. So anyway, so why Key has been doing stuff for this pod, she ran across what?
What happened?
The Hunters.
I can't hear nothing.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that was me.
What? Oh, can you hear now?
Hello?
I can hear you.
I can't hear it.
This one. Yeah, it's not in there all the way.
Oh.
For those who not know.
Oh, that was me.
This is why we need an intern.
I was like,
This is why we need an
I
intern.
can't
people.
hear nobody.
She said, hello. We need a doggone intern right now.
Ouch. In my mouth. Ouch. God damn.
Can't even put her mouth on the mic right. So what happened to the Hunters?
Oh, yeah. So
Tell us about it.
I brought this subject up because, one, we got the photo walk coming up on Sunday, and it's also International Albinism Day, right? Mm-hmm. Very important, especially since we have our host here who deals with albinism.
Absolutely.
So I seen this article on Instagram where a 2-year-old hand got chopped off by these hunters because she's albino, and they feel like this happened in Zambia, something like this, a country in Africa. They feel like people with albinism have special spiritual powers, and like their skin or blood or whatever can give them like success and riches and like just special needs, or I guess some type of miracle person or something. I don't know. But I thought it was really sad. Like, she was 2-year-olds. They chopped their hand off. Like, they literally bombarded this lady's house, claiming that they were the Zambian police. Yeah. And like just went to her kid, her 2-year-old, and chopped her hand off.
Yeah, it is. I do get stories like that. Some people hit me up with stories like, have you seen this? And it's like one of those things where it's like, albinism doesn't affect enough people. So it's certain stories that we don't try to fix around the world, because if it doesn't affect enough people, we won't talk about it. True. You know what I'm saying? So while, in America, it might not, first of all, it doesn't affect enough people. Then in America, it doesn't happen. In some of these other countries, it does not happen. So it's never nobody saying like, oh my goodness, people are threatened. Now, Should that be stopped? Absolutely. But I mean, it's one of those things like, what we gonna do in America? We all gonna go over there. We all gonna, it has actually caught me off guard to make me think like, dang, I wonder, is it safe for me if I go over there in certain parts?
And that's what I was about to ask you. Like, is that a concern for you? Because this is just a story that I heard. Like, who knows if this is happening anywhere else in the world?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know that.
It's definitely countries over there when I've Googled like where you can't, they was like, hey, it might not be safe. It might not be sweet over there. But it has always been a thing. And then I also always try to look up and see like, are these like random isolated events? Are these like uncivilized countries? Like what's going on, to try to understand it, because I don't want to get caught up in that.
He gonna need security. Top flight security of the world, Craig.
Can't be you, Day.
Nah,
so yeah.
I would be Craig.
You know what?
I would be Craig.
So we going to the next one. So which got me to this thing of thinking of how just this, the whole day, the whole walk, everything that's going on. I'm in Vegas, and shout out to, we call her Jay, but shout out to Lala Milan. If you don't know, go look her up. You probably already following her. Which was funny. When we was out, people were stopping her left and right. Funny enough. She's an Instagram comedian. I heard her say she's an Instagram comedian, but she's so much more than that to me. After sitting with her, talking to her, listening to her, she's a businesswoman. Let me put it like that. And me and her, she told me something that was crazy. She said, she asked me about the podcast. So I told her, I said, I'm working on it. She said, how often you create? I said, every Thursday. We drop every Friday. She said, why y'all wait till Friday? And I go, well, oh shoot. I said, why not? And she said, well, what if something comes up? I said, I don't know. If something comes up, then, we'll make a way. She was like, nah, never wait to create. Create whenever you got the opportunity. And she was like, find stuff to do for your podcast when you're free on Monday. She was like, even if y'all still record on Thursday, she was like, find something. If you free on Tuesday, go do something for the podcast. Try to reach out, try to create something, try to create more. And so it stuck with me, honestly, all weekend. It really, really, really stuck with me, which I thought was, it was serious. It made me realize I need to get back on it. But then she also told me some other things, which I can't share because you niggas is thieves. But another thing she told me I'm gonna say taught me, because it blew my mind, which was kind of like going on. I don't think she knows what we are doing. Mm-hmm. Or maybe she did and she just didn't bring that up. But she kind of talked to me. She was like, look, sometimes you have to figure out what makes you unique. And you got to learn to like tell that story. So today's topic, and that stuck with me also. So that's why today's topic is easily how you got to use your uniqueness to sell your brand or tell your story and things of that nature. I think a lot of times we get embarrassed or we feel sad, or some of it is embarrassment of what we went through as a child or as an adult or in college, things of that nature. And we don't want to share our story. Excuse me. And so some of it is, hey, nothing's worse than when you figure out somebody carried a bigger cross than you. You know what I'm saying? You really, that sounds so old. That's how you know you're getting old. But you think that your life is hard and you wish that you had somebody else's life, or, it usually happens when you're younger. You're like, oh, I could do this. And then you find out, somebody else is carrying a heavier cross than you. You don't want that. Mm-hmm. And what I noticed was talking to her was like, sometimes you got to figure out what makes you unique and sell. And I think that's what is helping me at this moment, because, a big conversation when we was in Vegas about me having albinism. And everybody was talking, well, not when I say, it wasn't like a whole time we was there, but it was definitely points of each night where we were talking about it. And Jay was saying, yo, you got to live in that. You need to be, hey, I'm the first this person. I can do this. And I thought it was beautiful. And, I guess for me, first of all, the first thing you got to do is find your story. Not be afraid to share your story. And kind of just, then once you get there, you got to spread your story. What was the first thing you said when we started working on this? I told Key, I was like, yo, I'm gonna promote it a little bit. Key was like, nope, I'm going to
exploit him.
Key said that super early in this whole process.
I'm telling you, like Gavin, sometimes I'm glad that Jay told you that, because sometimes Gavin doesn't go off of what other people see in him. Like, I feel like sometimes he holds himself back, and I think he's now getting to a point where he's seeing what everybody else sees, and it's like, okay, you are different, but you are so much more than just your difference. So it's like, use that, take advantage of that, not like trying to like take advantage of people to just give you things, but like use it to excel, to succeed. And I feel like the things that you have and that you put out to other people is so beneficial to everybody, because your story is unique, your story is different, and it's a big one. Like people don't know like so many things you've overcome, like even probably your closest friends, like certain things we may not know or understand, but as long as you are still striving and people see that you are still going despite any uniqueness that you have, is freaking amazing. And so we're going to exploit him.
Do what you got to do.
We're going to make it to the top.
Absolutely. We got to. This boy jumped up. He'd be scared. But yeah, so we talking about my nephew. If you hear this boy, we're talking about my nephew. But yeah, it was one of those things. I look around, I see so many photographers, whether it's shout out to Hala, she talks about her being a queer woman and what she goes through with that.
She's queer? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Yeah. You know, you have a lot of photographers that you have some photographers that literally was jumping from couch to couch. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when FedEx used to give out all this money. For those who not know, every year FedEx gives away like hundreds of thousands of dollars. We will be posting when it's time to go to like look that up so people can tell their story and stuff like that, right?
Oh,
and
I got a plug at FedEx. Let me see. Let's get some more detail. We might could get a shoe in. Listen, didn't I just say exploit? Okay.
We both got a plug at. I thought you was about to use my plug at FedEx.
Who your plug at FedEx?
Claudine.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. So the point is this. I was looking like I was thinking about it, and I was like, every year Karina was like, you got to sign up. You got to do. I'm like, I don't have a story. And then she told me years ago, she was like, you got one. You just don't want to tell it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And so like now I'm sitting down, and what I've realized throughout this whole process is a lot of people kind of want to hear the story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people see who you are today, but don't understand how you got here. A lot of people see Key today, but don't know what Key was like in 08.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard out here for... No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead so I can shoot you. But a lot of people don't understand what you've overcome, who you are today. Oh, by the way, before we even go forward, Key is hosting a hiking event. Are you going to tell us about that?
I mean, you could have finished your story. We could have talked about that at the end.
Nah, we talk about the hiking event now.
So, Inspirade is trying to get back into the groove of things, and I just randomly was sitting at home, not doing no work. Sorry, but I was doing work. Just, you know, whatever. And I was like, I want to go to Crowder's one day.
Okay.
And I was just like, let's make this an event for Inspirade. See if people come, join. So I'm having an event July 11th, 10 a.m., Crowder's Mountain. We're going to hike the 2-hour trail.
Woo.
We're going to hike the 2-hour trail. So if you are available, you're in Charlotte or want to come, or Kings Mountain, basically, hit me up on Inspirade's page. That's _Inspirade_. One of them. I don't know.
We'll post it.
Send me a DM. Let me know so I can have you numbered. But it should be fun. Network, meet new people. My trainer's going to be there, so it should be fun.
Oof.
May get interesting.
Definitely going to get interesting. So the hike is at 10. What y'all doing afterwards?
We may get together, go to brunch, lunch.
Ain't no May. We getting together.
Yeah, we getting it. Gavin talk about something we like he coming. Y'all know Gavin don't like to do no type of physical labor.
All right. So before I was going to try to sell people and say I was going to be there. I won't be there.
He's being a bad friend.
You said July 11th, right? Mm-hmm. I won't be there. However, I will be wherever we eating at later.
Niggas always want to get some food. I swear.
Definitely. So are people going home to shower or y'all going somewhere stank?
Hate and laugh.
Y'all going somewhere stank or y'all showering?
I was thinking like if we should just go straight afterwards, or because I feel like if people go home, they gonna settle.
They gonna settle.
As
long as the crew get up.
Yeah, so I may do that. I don't know. It just depends on what people say. It's all up in the air. Like nothing is set in stone. This is a real relaxed event. Like
no, it ain't relaxed if I gotta hike 2 hours.
Oh gosh, it's good. It's you feel good afterwards.
I don't believe in that either. Definitely that. I do want to, shout out to everybody that's just been paying attention to the podcast. We're grateful for y'all. First of all, so we get off the mic last week, right? Just had me laughing. Last week we get done. We didn't video record because I was going to Vegas and I didn't feel like editing something. And so we getting off, we heading to Vegas and something pops up on Twitter and I send it. I put it on Instagram. And Key immediately hits me up, was like, bro, why didn't we see this last week? And so I'm like, what you mean? Like, I was like, oh, she was like yesterday. And I was like, oh, this would have been good. So a young lady, let's go ahead and give this queen what she deserves. Her Instagram name is the Chris Holt. Chris Holt.
You bust my eardrums.
Her tweet goes, am I the only one who think photographers charge too much? Why are 10 edited pictures with one outfit $400 to $800? Why aren't your prices on your website? Why do I have to hop on a call to go over pricing? Why do you charge extra for me to have the rights to the pictures I paid for? All right. Now, we're going to break this down. Unfortunately, not everything she said I disagree with. I do want to let everybody know that now because I don't want nobody to hear all this and think like I'm about to just kill this black queen. But I'm going to kill her. She got to catch a couple of strays. All right, let's break this down from the top, right? Key, do you feel like photographers charge too much? You could be honest because you could be honest.
I don't know. Because on one hand, I feel like
she get free pictures from me. That's what she feels like on one hand.
That's what I was going to say. On one hand, I feel like photographers do put a lot of money into their equipment, into their time, their experiences. People don't understand photographers take classes. Like, I think some people think that they just pick up a camera and just shoot and it just magically happens that way. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's more to it than just that. And I feel like that's where the misunderstanding comes in from people like her. It's like, why am I paying all this? You just doing this, doing that, and the third. Okay, but if that's the case, then
you do it.
That's what I was about to say. Mm-hmm. You just do it. If you feel that way about having a professional, and when I say a professional, I mean people that have been in this game for years. They've studied this. They've crafted this. They know what works for their clients, like good settings, good lighting, good. Like can give you idea. Like it's more than just I'm taking a picture, because if that's all you want, then you go home, get your iPhone 12. They've making them great this go around really as far as the cameras, and you just do it yourself. Like I wouldn't go to the extent to go on a whole conversation about why you charge so much, because it's not that big. Either you got the money and you're gonna pay for it, or you don't. And so look, before I even rip this queen a new one, let me tell you what I do agree with. I believe your prices should be on your website. One day we're going to have an episode on optimizing your website to be the best photography website it can be. Because what happens is I have a website. Key, who has a budget of $100, comes to my website. Ain't going to get no photos of him.
You're really not. It won't get you to studio. So you hit me up, you say, hey, Gavin, I was just calling to inquire about your website. Your photography prices. And I go, hey, it's $600. And you go, well, I only got $100. You in your mind, you're like, okay, so you wasted my time. We both wasted our time. I done sauced you up. And after you do that 10, 20 times calling different photographers, you're going to be frustrated and just be like, I'm over my event. Right? So I do believe to cut down on window shoppers, as I like to call them, List your prices. And if you don't want to list your prices directly because you don't want to be held to a certain number, what you need to do is say, hey, my collection start at. That's the number one thing photographers you can do. I had this logic until I asked a young lady who I deemed to have money. She was my age, but we've all met people our age who we deem to have like more money than us, at least, right? And she was a part of different demographic, everything. And I said, hey, on my website, I don't have my wedding prices. She was like, yo, I got married. I didn't call nobody that didn't have their prices on their website. She said, I felt like your prices was probably too high for me to even care. Like to call you and be embarrassed or feel bad for wasting your time. So I just didn't. And she was like, sad part is, she told me how much she spent. And I was like, oh, I would have loved it. I wish somebody was paying me that now for wedding photography. Let me put it like that. But so it's one of those things. Shout out to you, Whitney. So I look at it like that. That's one thing I do agree with her. Put your price on your website. Nobody don't care, bro. A lot of y'all out here is scared that another photographer or other photographers are going to judge you when they see your prices. They really don't care. Like nobody care about what you charging. Why do I have to call to go over pricing? Low key, I agree with that as well. However, sometimes you have to call because some of y'all clients out here, y'all really be wanting stuff that that's not on my website, or you be sliding in extra stuff.
Yep. I was finna say that. I was finna say because people be trying to finesse.
Yeah. Look, I'm not the ones you're gonna finesse. Met a girl out in Vegas. I was taking pictures of, and she pretty much told me how she's the queen finesser. She told me, she said, I go up to the sloppiest dude, the sweatiest. She said, I don't even want him to know what his look like. She said, that's how big I want his stomach is. And she said, I get all of his money while he at the table. I said, wow.
Anywho.
So all right, let's go ahead and give Shorty what she deserves. I'm not even gonna do it, Key. I ain't gonna do it to you.
About to bust my eardrums out, boy.
10 edits for one outfit, $400 to $800. Is there a world where I can see somebody charging between $400 to $800 for 10 edits? Absolutely. Let me tell you how that happens. Let me tell you how that happens with me. You book me for a studio, you get 3 edits for $300. Okay? If you want to get an extra, you can get like up to an extra 10 edits. I think it's $150. So now we at $450. Okay? You want to book a studio, we got to pay more. You want to makeup artist, you got to pay more. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you get up there. Now, so is that a lot to me? No. For me, when she said $400 to $800, it was a wide range she got. That's a wide range, and I'm imagining you probably had upgrades add on. A lot of people be assuming like, oh, we booking a studio for two or 3 hours. It's $35 an hour. No, it's not. It's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? Also, one thing is I have to be completely honest. I went to her Holt's page, and I scrolled down and I saw how she was talking about how her normal photographer wasn't available. And she was just looking for another photographer. Let me tell you what happens. To bruh, who's her normal photographer, you should be embarrassed.
Yeah, because how much is he charging you? Because she was also, I was reading the comments and stuff because I went to her page and she was just like, we have to pay for our makeup, we have to pay for our hair and things. And then I'm just like, even if you didn't have a photographer and you needed photos that you were going to take, you would still have to pay for those things yourself.
Yeah.
So you can't depend on even like celebrities.
Yeah.
The photographer is not paying for the makeup. They not paying for the stylist. They not paying for any of that.
Absolutely.
They're paying to do the service, which is take the best photos that they know how.
Absolutely.
So like some stuff she was just saying didn't make sense.
She's a bird.
Somebody come in and said half of her followers it was like bots anyway, but I don't know.
I believe it.
I don't know how true that is.
I believe it. And then she said, I'll get to this final part. It says, how are you going to charge me extra to have rights for? Sis, you don't have I wish he wasn't here. You don't have the rights. Okay?
You don't have the answer, Sway.
Pretty much. The point is this. I have all the copyrights because it's my art that I'm creating. Okay? So if you want the rights, let me tell you why people want the rights to their pictures. So they can sell them and make money off of them. So you can use them in any way you want to. Now, I'm gonna put it like this. If Key books me right now, Key has booked me for a photo shoot. She has used them for promo. She has used them for marketing materials.
True.
she has used them to sell t-shirts, I think. So it might be like, hey, here's my picture. Scroll up to buy you a t-shirt. That's using my images to sell a shirt.
Oh, true.
Did I hit up Key and say, hey, I need a percentage? No. Key's a lie. Because that's not what I'm doing. I've taken pictures for people who've used my images to sell stuff. I don't care about that. However, if Key comes to me today and say, hey, People Magazine wants to buy my picture from me, you know, and they're going to give me such and such, I am going to look at Key and go, yo, at least let me get a little something.
I'm going to give him $1.
You know, now if she say, hey, People Magazine want to buy my picture for $1,000, you know what I'm saying? Is that cool? I'm not going to trip. Now, she tell me they give her a couple mil. I'm going to say, Key, can you at least pay the studio rent? Can you do that? Can you handle that for the podcast? Can we get another mixer? You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. So she's a complainer. This is what I need sis to do. Hope, admit that you don't have it and you ain't got no money. And let me tell you what it is. Somebody's saying, yo, she got the money. She may, but let me tell you what it really boils down to. She doesn't find certain photographers worth it. And her tweet would have been better if she would have just admitted, yo, some of y'all ain't worth the $800 y'all charging for 10 photos. Some of y'all not worth the $400 or $500 that y'all charging for 10 photos. I know photographers out here who are avid listeners to this podcast. Please keep listening. Who charge more than me and their work is not worth it. Don't worry about it. First of all, if you get in that bag and it's not, you know, you charge more than me and your quality ain't there, keep getting it. Don't let me stop you from collecting. Keep getting that money. So look at it like that, man. That just got on my nerves. All right. So this is the part of the podcast where Key asks the questions. I answer the questions. Take it away, Key.
He just loves to say that little phrase. Excuse
Wow.
me. I'm going to go gassy.
Wow.
We got a question from a Leslie. What is your favorite way to deliver images that is cost effective? She has been using, or he has been using, Google Drive. Is that unprofessional?
Shout out to Leslie because I answered this. I am going to tell the truth. I stole this question from Build and Bloom. Shout out to Jessica. I don't think Jessica liked me, but it's cool. I'm in Jessica's Build and Bloom Facebook group, and she always, like, my comments get deleted, my posts get, so people get in the group. It's supposed to be a learning group, right? And it honestly, I created this group because I was in her group and I wasn't learning nothing. And I felt like people's getting BS answers, right? And
This man loves some Skittles, bro.
I love Skittles. And so I'm in this group and my stuff started getting deleted. My comments, you know, people post me like, oh, look at this picture. Let me know what you think about it. And then she'll like, they'll get 200 likes, right? So I'm like, oh, I do better work than that. Let me post mine. But she'll post mine at like 4 a.m. with nobody online. So I get 3 likes. And I'm like, okay, I hear how Jessica giving it up. But shout out to you, Jessica. Yeah. We'll love to interview. So what's my favorite way to deliver pictures? Let's work this question backwards. Is using Google Drive unprofessional? Hold on, y'all. Somebody gonna be like, why is his mouth so juicy?
Wow.
Wow. Is using Google Drive unprofessional? Absolutely. I told Leslie that. My nephew was laughing. I told Leslie, yes, it's unprofessional for you to use Google Drive. All right? It's ghetto.
Like my nail, it broke. That
Ghetto.
Ghetto.
And one of the girls commented was like, well, a lot of people say it's convenient. I said, cool. That's because they don't know better.
Does it mess up the images when you send it that way?
No, it doesn't. But like, here's the thing. So what I use is Pixie Set. Let me tell you what happens with Google Drive. You ask me for a picture. I'm delivering your pictures, right? I upload to Google Drive. I ask you for your email. You tell me, what if you don't have a Google email?
If you don't got Google, what are you using?
Yahoo.
Nigga still using Yahoo?
I still use Yahoo.
He really does. You have sent your email address with this. Why? Why?
I've had Ymail since I was in the 6th grade. I've had Yahoo, excuse me.
I was going to say it was not Ymail then.
It was Yahoo. But
they copied Google.
And they went back to Yahoo. So I'm one of those few people. So if you don't have Gmail, it's juicy.
It's just very rare that people don't have a Google email.
But if you don't, then it just makes it a step, right? So let's say he has Gmail. Sorry, y'all, I ain't gonna eat no more Skittles after this.
He lying.
And let's say you do got Gmail. You got to download it. You put it on your Google Drive. Cool, bet. That's the end of the transaction with your customer. All right, let me tell y'all what happened with Pixie Set. I sent Key her same gallery, the same gallery that you sent her, right? I sent Key all her images. You probably don't send Key the ones you want her to have that you edited. Key goes through all the pictures. I say, hey, pick out your 10. Key picks out her 10, but Key's going to see that, dog, it's about 20 other great pictures in here that I really like.
Knowing me, I probably will like them.
And so what Key is going to do is I'm going to send Key a link to my website and be like, hey, if you want to purchase any more, you can do it here. So I make money. What ends up happening is Key also says, hey, Gavin, I'm looking. Is it any way possible I can get these printed? There's a store on there where she can go ahead and just purchase her pictures and I get the profit. She can get albums. She can get posts, whatever she wants. I get more money. Donations. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is, let's say, so somebody's saying, well, with Google Drive, once they download it, it's off you don't got to worry about it no more. Cool, bet. So what happened when they delete them? They accidentally delete it. Do you have a backup plan?
Yeah.
Because with Pixie Set, I do. So with that, they get an email to make sure they do download it later. And then what I do when I send the email later is like, hey, please download it before it expires. Guess what? If you want to purchase any more, here you go. So it's ways around it. So I look at it and say, yo, use Pixie Set. You'll save you so much time, effort, energy, and you'll make you some extra money. We got to stop leaving money on the table. We saw what a pandemic did to creators, creatives, creators.
The influencers.
Absolutely. Don't leave money on the table. Next.
We have rebranding question. Is there any drawback to me making my logo solely in Canva?
Absolutely. That's ghetto.
I use Canva.
This episode might be that's ghetto.
The ghetto.
The ghetto.
Broken nails, using Google Drive, Canva
Damn
for
yeah.
your logos. What's
Yeah.
wrong with using Canva for your logos?
So
I
look
use Canva for my Instagram posts.
Yeah, that's different.
No.
Because Canva is created for stuff that's going to be like low resolution. You can use just quick social media type stuff.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at a logo, what's going to happen when I need to take that logo and I need to go take it to get t-shirts made? Is it going to be blurry? Am I going to have the AI files? Am I going to have a vector file? It's too many questions. What I tell you, if you really want to do a rebrand, you should just go to Fiverr or find you a graphic designer. Hop in one of these hood Facebook groups. There's a bunch of them in there. And get you somebody to do your logo and start over. Now, I will be honest. Anybody that wants a new logo, please be prepared to spend a couple $100 at minimum. And don't be mad. What I always say is the cheapest way to find you a good logo, find somebody who actually has a portfolio that you like, that does a style that you like. Don't worry about reinventing the wheel. That's what happens with a lot of people when they want logos made,
Because
right?
people want to be first about something.
They want to be first about something.
Everybody already created it.
I remember when my sister was making her logo and she wanted all this flashy glitz and glamour stuff. And I was like, yo, this is ghetto. And she was just like, no, it's not, blah, blah, blah. And then finally, shout out to Jamar. Jamar made her a logo and she looked at it. She was like, this is perfect. My sister logo is only font. It's only fonts. You know what I'm saying? So it's typography only. It's one color. It's the simplest logo ever. Super simple. And I was like, why did you show? She was like, it just speaks to me. Like, I didn't need no, like, and then she was showing me people's logos. Ghetto. I can't even, yeah, we used to go to church with these people. Ghetto.
What more do you want from me?
And sometimes you don't need all that. We don't need nothing. I always tell people, if you can't put your logo on a t-shirt, if it can't be stitched and I can still tell exactly what it is, it's a terrible logo. Sit your little tail down. He think I can't see him out the corner of my eye. That's why you can't have kids in here while you're recording, bro.
Leave him alone.
Nah, because he gonna slip and fall. Then I gotta go answer to his mom about that. Matter of fact, sit on top of the steps and be quiet. No, don't do that. So this is what we're doing. So I always look at it with your logo and I say, you need to have it. You need to have your logo. You need to be able to stitch it. You need to be able to see it and say, all right, it's a vector file. It looks good. And also, you need to see your logo in black and white. If you don't like your logo in black and white, you don't like your logo. Next.
You loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you do if you're struggling to fill the entire hour of your session?
Close it, end it, go home. What? Clients,
How do you not fill that hour? I feel like that hour go by fast when you
I
shoot.
ain't trying to fill the hour. You know, I used to, a lot of photographers get in this point of they believe I need to have an hour. I need to have a time limit on my shoot to, especially new photographers. I need to have a time limit so people feel like they're getting something. Right? And that's not the case at all. You don't need to have a time limit. People don't care. You're booking me. You already know, hey, I need a certain amount of images. I'm going to receive a certain amount of images in my photos, with my photo session, excuse me. So what you got to do is look at it and say, all right, do I need, if Key knows she's doing one outfit and she knows, hey, I need a headshot. Do Key need to be sitting up in my face for a whole hour? No. If we get the headshot that you like within 30 minutes, are you cool with saying I'm getting back in my car and going home? Absolutely. If you get the image that you know you want, or you got it, you like, yo, that is going to work. That's the perfect image. It's my headshot. Nobody's saying, all right, let's just walk around for another 30 minutes.
I need some headshots.
Whenever you're ready.
Photo op.
Okay, come on there. So, so what happens is, I don't have an answer for what happens if you're struggling to fill the entire hour. My thing is, if you're accomplishing what you need to accomplish before that hour is up, then you're done. It's fine. You can try different stuff, but a lot of times when photographers are trying to find stuff, they just doing stupid stuff. Yeah. I mean, oh, let's try this crazy pose. No, we ain't got time for all that. You're wasting your time and their time. You might as well say, hey, look, we got done 20 minutes early. I'm actually going to head home now, upload these so I can get them to you as quick as possible. Go about your day. Keep it moving. Funny enough.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
I'm
I had
about to
something in my-
break them things.
I should have took off my headphones. Bruh, tell me why I get an email from, oh, how should I say this? I got a DM from a guy. No, I'm going to tell it from the beginning. I get a DM from a guy. It's like, hey, I want to book you for a session for my kid, blah, blah, blah. I said, cool, perfect, bro. Let's do it. Why did bruh, I said, what's your email? Send him an email. He sent me his email. I sent him all the information. And I said, here you go. Hey, I'm calling you. I'm like, what? My phone ring. It's him. Bruh go, yeah, this me who's calling about that session. I was like, okay, yes. Mind you, I gave him everything in the email. I make sure my emails are thorough so I don't have to have conversations. He was like, yeah. So what you say? And I'm looking at him like, I'm looking at my phone. Let me tell you this. I'm with Karina. I said, who is this playing on my phone? Don't call me. You know, sometimes you got to look at clients and say, yo, I'm not finna work with you. And that's what I did with bruh. I chose not to work with him.
So what did you say?
I explained it to him, and then he asked me more questions that was all in the emails. You work in the corporate world. What happens?
Do I? I might be a stripper on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Working woman Wednesdays is what they call it. Or wife her up Wednesdays is now at Onyx. I think that's so interesting. But I'll be looking at it like this. I'm like, you know, I was thinking about it. I said, yo, I would probably be tight if I sent him my information. If I shot with him, I said, I could see why he might be a difficult person to work with. So I chose not to work with him. Because my thing is, what I was getting at, you work in the corporate world. Mm-hmm. We've all fell victim to it, and we all made a victim out of this. When you send somebody an email, or you get an email, and they email you back and say, hey, what did you say? Or they ask you a question, and you go, per my last email. And I almost wanted to tell bro on the phone, per my email. And only thing I was thinking of is like, nah. And then, of course, I didn't even refer to nobody because it's tough referring people to other photographers now. People are disrespectful. They either try to steal your business, talk bad about you, or they complain. I sent Ricklin some business, and he had the nerve to complain in the Facebook group. And he know what happened.
You just put that man on blast, didn't you?
Yeah, because I had to check Ricklin in the Facebook group. He going to come up here soon. I still rock with Ricklin, but I had to check him a while ago when he said that mess. Because Rickland know what he did. Rickland, you know what you did. But I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about that while I was talking about dude filling up an hour. I was just thinking about, bruh, when he hit me up this weekend. And then he wrote me back later. It was like, oh, I'm trying to book this day. I still ain't wrote bruh back in a whole week. I'm not writing him back. I'm just not. I just don't have time for a certain client. Like I was telling somebody, when I was in Vegas, I was shooting with this girl, and she was like, she said, do you ever get tough clients? And I said, every once in a while. And I was like, the biggest thing is most clients follow me on Instagram, so they know how I give it up. They know how I act. They know I'm a little crazy. They know I talk a little trash, and they understand that, yo, this is him. This is him. So they ain't gonna really come with me nothing crazy. All right, before we get moving, let's do these photography topics right quick. So Amazon Prime Day is coming. Let me tell y'all something. It's some deals out there. I told y'all last time what y'all need to go ahead and look up. Get y'all some memory cards. Let me run off some quick deals right quick so people know that this podcast is a place where they can get resources. All you Instagram girls who like the ring lights, 10-inch ring lights, $23.
Nah, you don't want that.
I don't need it.
It's too small.
I ain't no Instagram girl.
Even if it's for Instagram, that shit is, sorry, that is too small.
Worse.
It's too small. I got one. It's too small. I need a big one.
They got a smart home camera that's $34. They got a telescope, $72. Who need a telescope? What y'all looking at?
The stars.
The Ring doorbell's $44. I might need that.
Yeah, you need to get one of them.
Oh, they selling a 24-inch TV. That is a computer monitor. Nobody ain't buying that.
Yeah,
for
nobody buying that no more.
Amazon, y'all might as well get rid
They
of
ain't
that.
even buying 32 no more.
Nah, bro.
It's 50 and up now.
My TV guy just hit me up. I gotta get me another. I might want me another TV. So it's gonna be dropping. Y'all keep that up in mind. Photo Plus, hand claps for Photo Plus. I'm not giving y'all hand claps till I see more black people up there. But I would love to be up there for Photo Plus. If you want to go to Photo Plus, it is in New York. Registration is open. It's in New York the last weekend of September into the first week of October. It is in New York like it always is. It is free. It is what they're deeming is the largest group of photographers in one area. I will say this, as much slack as I talked about for Photo Plus last time, it was a great experience just to be in New York. You have all these people there. You have all these creatives there. You have all these photographers. And everybody cares about exactly what you care about. And everybody wants to be better. Everybody wants to meet people. They want to network. I know Manny Ortiz was there last time I was there. He's a photographer. Frono was there. I did see him. That dude, Brandon Waffel, he was there. I wonder do he take pictures of black people now. I got to find him.
Are you going?
No, I will have a 3-week-old. I will not be there.
A 3-week-old. He's going to be a little older than that.
Yeah, maybe.
You said the end of September?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. You're right.
Be 2 or 3 weeks. So, Lord's willing, my baby will be here. I ain't got time for that. There's this article talking about the best setting for your camera, which the article is talking about aperture priority. For those who not know, that's on your camera when you look at the A. So with aperture, what you can do is you could type in how low you want to, how wide open or how sharp or how blurry, however you want to look at it. You want your camera to be, and it'll set the adjustment for you. Excuse me. Do I think that's cool? I've never actually used it. I know a lot of photographers that do. I'm a manual guy myself. However, I'm not mad that people that do aperture priority. So it might be something that's worth it to some people. So definitely check that out. The article will be posted in the group this week.
When you gonna drop that video
What video?
that we recorded a while ago
Which one?
after this conference that you was talking about a couple years ago?
About me getting fired? Oh yeah, we need to redo that. We'll do it on the 1-year anniversary of me getting fired. Yeah. Because I want to do it over. Now we got a better looking spot too. Don't we? Yeah. So we'll do it then.
Exploitation.
All right. Let's run through these pop culture topics so I can get my nephew up out of here.
Don't we trying to rush? Don't we trying to rush now?
So
Just kidding.
yeah. This girl. Y'all don't understand. So you still single?
Yes.
What is gonna take? What type of dudes you want? We did have a 42K discussion at Taco Tuesday.
Yet again, that you know what's so crazy? That is going to be a forever talking point.
For what?
We bring it up all the time now.
Yeah, because all the men are looking at all the women like, why do y'all not believe this is true when none of y'all date 42 and under dudes? And
okay, here we go.
And yeah, everybody know, like, no, it's fine. I was listening to Lil Durk album, and he was talking about how he said the line where he doesn't believe in going 50-50 with his girl. He's like, I'll leave that to y'all clowns. How do you feel about that? Women paying 50-50?
I mean, I think it depends on your finances. If I'm making $1 million and my man is only making
42. Yeah,
say 42, I'm really gonna have him paying 50% of everything, and he makes a significant amount less than me, or vice versa. Now, double standard comes in when it is vice versa. People or some women and even some men expect the man to pay everything.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about that because, 50-50 is interesting because I don't do it in my house. And the reason I think I got caught up in a different situation because when I was in my crib before, my wife was there. You know what I'm saying? So I was already paying it. Sure. And so for me, when she got there, I'm like, nah, we good. We can keep it as is. You just take care of these little things. We keep it moving. Now, in a decade or so, we're probably going to be looking to get a new crib. Depending on where my finances at, I don't see myself paying the amount I'm paying now.
Yeah, because y'all only going to go up from here.
Yeah, I'm talking. Key is let me know every day, every week. I don't see us still paying the same percentages we're paying. And I was thinking about, I was like, it's twofold for me. Men do not want to deal with the hey, we're paying 50-50 and my wife don't allow me to feel like a man in my crib. That's why I feel like if a lot of dudes can really feel like, hey, I'm still the man in my crib, my wife lets me be the male. And then also how I don't have other men really coming in my life, knowing about it and making me feel like a beta male. That is such a big thing, or feeling like less than of a man. Or then I think more men would be cool with it. Also, and then on the flip side, back in the day, a lot of times our fathers or our grandfathers were paying all the bills because they was the only one working. Women were staying home. They were taking care of the house and things of that nature. And that ain't the case no more in 2021. Women out here making the same amount of money, if not more. And they should think about it. If your girl is making more than you, imagine if she was getting paid fairly. Then she, what I'm saying? Then we really wouldn't be happy. Then it'd be, shoot, women might be looking at you like, nah, I got this.
So basically you saying niggas is talking too much. Because I feel like
what? Love how women love to, they just reach across the aisle and just come up with something.
Niggas just talk too much, right? Because obviously nobody is going to make you feel less than if they don't know what's going on within your household.
Absolutely. But, men do find ways to have that conversation. That's a conversation that men do have. And a lot of men don't want to have a conversation because, dudes be looking, oh, you and your wife split the bills? Because think about it, this is how men think. And I'm not saying this is right, so don't y'all kill me.
Let me see about these cameras.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead,
definitely got
bucko.
to. Let me tell you what happens. Men will come around and they're here that, oh wow, like, if you and your wife split in half and half, then she can really tell you what is and ain't gonna happen around the house. So men feel like, oh no, if I'm paying the bulk of it, I still get the final say so. Which sometimes what ends up happening is you will get the final say so, whatever. And then sometimes your wife might be like, no, you ain't getting the final say so. Then y'all gotta have that conversation. I do believe that most married couples need to figure out who's leading the house. That's a super, what I deem as a super important thing to figure out. Who is the leader of this household?
But when you say that, are you only speaking in aspects of finances?
Meaning that, like I look at it like I'm the leader of my household.
I would say that. I say that for both of y'all. Well, friends that are married anyway.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm the leader of my household. However, I would be an idiot. I'd be a fool to sit here and act like what my wife says doesn't matter, or I don't take in consideration. Or I'd just be like, no, I'm the man. But that's stupid. It's dumb. It's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like I'm leading. And what I look at a leader is, look, I'm going to make the final call. Because when it's all said and done, when everybody's like, all right, what happened? They're going to look at me. They're not going to look at it like, oh, his wife did such and such. You know what I'm saying? So that's there. But you know, when we get around other men, we all having this conversation. Somebody's like, "Oh, dog, you and your wife, y'all split. Oh, y'all roommates." Literally, like, "Oh, you splitting because your wife can come up to you right now." I'm like, "Nah, I paid a mortgage. I'm gonna tell you what we do. We splitting this mortgage payment. So I'm telling you what I want, and we're gonna compromise. But I guess I get equal say so. And so sometimes men don't have that conversation. It's like, well, are you sure you still lead? Like. Because virtually y'all are married roommates. Sometimes that's where that conversation goes. So that's all I was saying there.
That's a good good perspective though. It's like you paying 50-50, so y'all roommates. But then I guess it just depends on the dynamic between the two. Because some people cool with that.
Some people, oh yeah, I believe it. But let me tell you this: men ain't cool with admitting that.
Yeah, that's true. They're embarrassed by that.
They are absolutely, because when you get around other dudes and you be like, dudes will really laugh and be like, "Oh, you got a roommate? That's cute." And dudes will be like, "Nah, I got everything." They be like, "Oh, okay." Like, you sure? Shout out to y'all with roommates, man. All right.
To punch you.
The fight. Did you watch the fight on Sunday?
I watched the fight.
You did?
Yeah.
How was it?
You don't watch the fight?
I was in Vegas. Sunday spending too much money.
It was cool. You know, first up was Ocho Cinco and whoever he fought. It was just a exhibition. Is that what they call it?
Exhibition, yeah, whatever.
Excursion. Something like that. Ocho Cinco had a knockdown.
Yeah, he got knocked down.
No, he got knocked down.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Let me clarify that.
Please, because I saw it. He said, but he got up real quick.
But he didn't do bad. Like he stood all 4 rounds. I mean, I know that's not long, but you going 2 minutes fighting somebody, that's a long time.
Especially if this is not what you're.
It's not your forte.
Yeah.
And so like I was listening to him like talk before the fight. Of course they do the interviews and stuff, and he's dabbled in a lot of stuff that I had no idea he did. And I was like
what?
That's what's up. Like he did. Was it soccer?
Okay.
Soccer. It was some other things that he did. I can't remember verbatim. Sorry, y'all. And I was just like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm just knocking stuff off my bucket list because I can do that. I was like, hey, go ahead.
I thought that was the dopest part about his posting.
Yeah.
Like, yo, these are dreams that I have. Like, if somebody came up to me and be like, yo, like, I would love to play in a celebrity game at the NBA.
Ooh. With Chris Brown? He gonna whoop your
hoop.
ass.
He can hoop.
Yep.
I don't think Quavo can hoop, but that's a whole nother subject.
I know.
Cause he be getting buckets, but like I don't think Quavo can hoop. I remember when that comment was going around that Gucci could hoop, and I was looking at Gucci. I'm like, y'all,
Gucci Mane?
Yeah, cause he used to play pickup ball. Like when he first came out of prison, he was cashing. But I'm like, yo, y'all scared he gonna shoot y'all, so I get it. But the best hoopers I've ever watched, like literally play, is Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. Romeo can hoop. Bow Wow can hoop. I don't know Bow Wow can now, but back in the day, Bow Wow.
Like Mike, yeah.
Bow Wow used to get buckets. Chris Brown's probably the best. Somebody else, Dave East can actually hoop. Yeah, the game can't hoop. He's a good shooter though, but these are people who actually hooped. Like when I hear, for those who don't know, Romeo played at USC.
Yep.
While he didn't average anything, he averaged a couple points a game. That's huge, even if your dad is Master P, because look, the fact that you're on a D1 school and it's at USC tells me enough. The fact that 2 Chainz got a scholarship to go play basketball tells me enough about him playing ball. The fact that J. Cole played ball tells me enough. You know what I'm saying? So these people I know can really, they can they can get buckets. So I'm definitely interested. I would love to do that. So so when I hear him and we, you know, we're gonna talk about Logan Paul, like even him after the Floyd thing, he was talking about like how he was like, yo, all of this, you know, some of the stuff fighters have to sell fights, which makes sense. Nobody want to watch no fight where everybody bigging each other up. That's the problem with versus right now. Everybody is very buddy kissy. And when y'all talking and you having these dudes at the very end, once everything is done, I'm about to collect my check, then it hits you, it's like, yo, I just had a dream that I could possibly do this, and it came into fruition, and I'm super grateful and thankful. So I thought that was super dope. What you thought about the Floyd? Is anybody gonna talk about how Floyd used to be bald and now he got a full head of hair
I seen
and
that too.
it's perfectly lined up?
I seen that too. I thought I was tripping. I was like, something off about him. He looked different.
It's his hair.
He looked different.
Bruh, if we don't talk about Floyd and his doggone hair, because he had, like, you remember when Logan ripped off his hat?
That was his brother.
That was Jake at the press conference?
Yes.
So, but you, all right, so you remember at that press conference, you remember how bad Floyd hair was?
That's why he was pissed off. He was like,
and since then, Floyd has not been wearing hats. He has not been bald. He has had a full, now, next month, he come out here with waves, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be hot. Because I'm like, all right, bro, you ain't got, like, come on, bro. And I'm like, all right, I see where we're going with this. It was just interesting to me.
So that fight was cool. Like, I felt like Logan Paul, that's his name, right?
Logan Paul.
I feel like he was getting tired. Like, you could literally see him tired. Like, he didn't
went
even
8
sit.
rounds, right?
Yeah. He didn't even sit down. And I was like, bro, you know you want to sit down. You know, need some water or something.
Bruh.
He was tired, but he stood his own. Like, he lasted all 8 rounds. Like, you could tell, like, he a YouTuber because, like, little stuff that he was doing. Like, bro, this is not time for you to be laughing and joking. Like, this nigga could knock you out with one punch. Like,
yeah.
But he stood his ground. It was good. Everybody was expecting a knockout. Why, I don't know, but
because I mean, Floyd's biggest criticism is that he's not knocking nobody out. I mean, it's like for Floyd, it doesn't matter. Whether I knock you out or not, I'm collecting the same check.
Yeah, they definitely got paid, and it didn't even go against his record.
Yeah, no, it was exhibition. They ain't going against nothing. An Asian man shoots a 6-year-old black boy. Is this what was this today?
Did it happen today?
No, that might have happened.
No, this happened. I forgot when it happened, but basically, little boy was outside, right? I think he was riding his bike or something.
Okay.
And this Asian man comes out. I don't want to give the wrong story, but he shoots the little boy in the arm, I think.
What the heck?
He gets shot in the arm.
Ryan Lee, I'm not even going to try it, of Michigan was recently arrested for assault with intent to murder after he allegedly shot a young neighbor. Just days later on Tuesday, he was released on bond, and now I'm looking for answers. He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not going to work because I'm too fast. Then he got a gun and boom, shot me right there. Wow.
So they was riding their bikes. The kids were outside riding their bikes. They stopped their bikes and they left one in front of the neighbor's house.
Okay,
so when he went back to get his bike, the neighbor came out
with
carrying the sledgehammer and said something to the little boy. And then that's when
I get it now.
You know. So I'm like, first, the reason I brought this up is I'm trying to figure out why he. I guess it's not too confusing as to why he's out on bond, but it's like, is it that easy for you to be out on bond after you literally like you? I'm just confused as to why he still ain't in jail, or are there any charges? Like, there's nothing. Like, I don't see nothing else.
It's arrested with assault with intent to murder. Why isn't that just not attempted murder?
Probably because he had the sledgehammer first.
But it's like, but bruh, if I shoot at you and I hit you, I'm not hitting you to play with you.
Facts, especially when you have a sledgehammer.
And it's 6. He's 6.
He's 6. What was he going to do? That's my thing. Like, this is a 6-year-old boy. Like, what if that's your son or your nephew? Like, I would be pissed off.
Yeah, that's wild right there. The world is crazy, man. You know what? We are literally in crazy times where people are getting away with just any and everything and finding ways. The government is finding ways to say like, oh, it's going to work, blah, blah, blah. Then we get to this nun who done stole $800,000 to pay for it. She's a ex-nun. How do you become an ex-nun? That's what I want to know.
She was a nun. She stole $800,000 from the Catholic elementary school to pay for her gambling vacations.
I respect it.
What? She was the principal?
Yeah, I think she was. Bruh, imagine being a nun and stealing 800 G's. You know what? I remember when I worked at Target, and this lady who was my supervisor.
She's 79 years old, bruh.
I worked at, now that's the wild part. I worked at Target when I was 16, my 10th grade year to my senior year. So I was 16 to 18. And my supervisor there, she was a nice lady. She had everything going together. And I think she got fired for stealing like 30 G's.
Oh, wow.
And I remember
30 G's.
Yeah, it was something crazy, some wild number. And it was a couple other people. And I remember I was talking to a guy who worked for a financial company. He was telling me, he's like, this white lady's getting fired from my job. She stole, like 10 G's. And I was like, oh. Somebody else I was talking to they stole like thousands of dollars. And I was talking, and I asked this dude, I said, why do they steal so much? He said, the funniest part is you should start asking yourself why black people get fired for stealing $20. He said, it's only us who go out and we steal $100, $200 max. He's like, because we be stealing what we need it for. He be like, they be stealing, but like, because they know, well, they steal 400 or 200,000, they going to jail. You're getting fired.
Yeah.
You can't pay it back. You're going to jail, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we be stealing stupid amounts. And so, look, if you're going to steal money, stealing almost $1 million, that's brilliant. I got to respect it.
She is 79 years old now, I think, right? So that means she been doing this since she was in her 60s. Because she did it for 10 years, money laundering.
I respect
Wiring
it.
money. No, you don't respect that.
It means money coming in, you falsifying documents, you shaving some off the top. You never stole from work?
That means you are now spending your
Never stole from
retirement years in jail, in prison.
Oh, yeah. She's going to die there, but it's all good. You ever stole from work? You can tell
Like a pen or something?
Anything.
Like
Money?
A pen? No, I've never stolen money.
I remember when I haven't either, to be completely honest, but I remember I was almost about to get fired from Hardee's. I used to have the craziest jobs. I was working at Hardee's and I was the youngest boy there, and I remember I used to let any and everybody use my register. And the lady pulled me to the side. She said, you stole the money? She had no teeth, so it kind of threw me off. And she was like, you been stealing? I was like, nah. Then she talked to my dad. She told me to go to my dad's car. And then my dad got in the car and he looked at me. He said, I'm going to ask you one time. Are you stealing? And I was like, no. And then my dad was like, are you sure you ain't stealing? I said, why would I need to steal? And then I think I told my dad, I was like, you buy me everything I want anyway.
Oh,
and he just looked at me and go, all right. He was like, yo, don't let nobody use your register. They stealing at your register. I said, what? I said, but they saying they're my friends.
You said it just like that?
Yeah, because I was like, it threw me off. And then that's when I realized niggas steal. Has Kanye moved on? Absolutely. Kim, we do not care.
They was married for 7 years. 7 is the number of completion.
Absolutely.
That is completed.
That is done. And then I'm laughing at like her little stories now that's coming out. It's like, oh, she's miserable. She's trying to look. I don't know if the Kardashians know. It's only like their people. Let me put it like this. I don't understand why black media still reports on the Kardashians. And I'm really talking about the Breakfast Club. Nobody cares.
Even like the Shade Room and Baller Alert too, they be reporting on her too. I'm like,
Yeah,
why do y'all repeat posting these people?
I'm imagining with the Shade Room and Baller Alert, I wouldn't be surprised if it's money.
I was gonna say they might be getting paid.
They might be getting paid to say like, all right, here's some money. Please post this story.
Yeah.
But with the Breakfast Club, I don't know why, because nobody really cares. Like, I don't know nobody who really, that's a person of color that care about the Kardashians. And then they try to sell like, oh, the show is coming up and everybody's trying to be like, oh, we got this money. We have their show's coming up, and what they're trying to use for promo is, hey, me and Kanye, we're just not together. It's just, I feel like a loser.
And then she also brought up the fact of her tape too. I heard she brought that up recently.
They try to do whatever it takes and pull whatever it takes.
Relevant.
Yeah, like remember when she posed nude and then she was mad? She tried to fake cry on the show and it was like, bruh, nobody buying into this. The show is done.
Girl.
We're out of here.
Girl.
What is this? You talking about a Burger King employee?
So a Burger King customer complained that a Burger King employee's uniform was a distraction to her husband.
Do we have pictures of this?
Yeah, let me show you what.
Oh my gosh.
Let me show you what sis had on.
How do you...
This what sis had on. She had on her uniform. What you want her to do?
What?
Y'all, if y'all seen this post, you know what I'm talking about. But homegirl is literally in her Burger King t-shirt and some black pants.
And some black pants. And it's not even small.
Like,
It's not even small.
I don't get it. I mean, she do got a little junk in her trunk, but...
A little one, though. It ain't like it's fat.
But it's not... But what else do you want her to do? Like, that don't even make sense. So it's like...
Is it my fault that your husband got wandering eyes? No.
I mean, but what you expect him to do? Like, he ain't blind. He gonna look. I don't care who you are. You married, well, of course, if you sing, you do what you want.
Yeah, if you married,
it ain't gonna stop you from looking.
Yeah, that, I never really care about what people's outfits like. I used to hate when we used to be in church and I used to hear like religious people like, oh, this will distract men, this will distract women. And sometimes it does. And sometimes you got to understand, like, sometimes some stuff is a distraction. But it ain't the person who's wearing it's fault. It's more about the person who's watching.
Yeah. You gotta learn to control yourself.
Like, if we being fair, somebody coming to church with a short skirt on, is it going to distract some people? I'm sure. Now, but you might want to talk to them about, is this appropriate for you to wear to church? But the distraction part, that's on the person who can't keep their eyes forward and listening. You know what I'm saying? With that, first of all, that's not a distraction. Second of all, I do think about those teachers when they always show up like, oh, do y'all think this teacher's outfit is distracting? And it's like her jeans is super, super tight. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, if she was in high school, them kids can't help themselves.
But my thing is like, why should I have to alter myself and what I like and how I dress to please everybody else? Like, I understand being respectful, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I understand being presentable, but it's like,
I'm with you.
I don't like.
Okay,
get it together.
You ain't got to convince me. I'm with you on that. That's funny. That's literally.
It's Burger King.
And it's Burger King.
She's behind the daggone counter. Like, how much was he looking over the register?
Bro, probably about.
You got change for that?
Oh my God. That Whopper gonna be good. My Whopper good. Your Whopper good.
With cheese on it.
Oh my gosh. Man, Burger King trash anyway, man. I went to Burger King and I paid for me a Whopper Jr. in Columbia, South Carolina off of Broad River.
You better give the exact
so they know.
Location.
And man, I paid all that money for that Whopper Jr. with cheese, no onions, add lettuce. Extra pickles. And they gave me no cheese. The Whopper Jr. is big as your fist. And I was just like, this is a waste of money. I should have just waited and just went out to eat like I was about to. We got anything? I think that's it. You ready for this weekend?
What's happening this weekend?
Wow.
What are we doing?
Wow.
I get my hair done on Saturday. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it, Gavin?
I can't wait. What's your hairstyle you getting? The Kim K braids?
Right. Here he go. Here he mother sucking go.
What's wrong with the Kim K braids? You ain't getting that?
Donations.
Come on. That's the only button that you can push in there to stop.
That's me shooting Gavin.
I want to thank everybody. I do want to welcome. I hope to see everybody on Sunday. If you listen to this, I appreciate you. If you're listening to this, send this to somebody, man. We're trying to get as many people up on this podcast. Next week, Key won't be here.
He gonna record without me. How disrespectful.
He
especially
told me
in
to.
A new spot. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You was like, are you gonna get a guest? I was like, yeah. You was like, okay, that's good. You already know the guest too.
Who you getting, Corey?
No, see.
I thought she was coming this week.
No.
Oh no, you definitely can't do that. You have to wait till I come back.
Okay.
I'm about to tell Sierra right now.
She's not gonna listen.
She might.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody. I appreciate everybody. Hold on, let me find my little song so we can get up out of here, man.
Are you down to be a distraction, baby?
What?
But don't distract me. Do you? Okay, my bad.
You gonna tell people how you going out of town on me?